Listen, whatever Devin Book said to Luka, this beef goes. This has to be something way past what we saw in that little playoff series because Luka has put his foot on their neck every single game since they've played. And let's talk about it. Listen, this is P.kidd Talks NBA. We are talking about Luka Doncic. At this point, the game just ended, and no matter who has been on Devin Booker's team since or since that infamous playoff series, Luka sees him in go mode. I have never seen a player ride down on another team as much as Luka has sat there and lit this team up. And Jesus, at this point, again, Devin Booker just needs to go ahead and apologize because whatever he feels is the competitive nature of this, it ain't competitive no. Luka then ran down on this man today, 41 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. Mind you, that's just who in my book should definitely be front runner. The numbers he's putting up are ridiculous. He's doing it at such a high. He's doing it at a historic clip. It's like really no way around it. Only other person I could see actually the nod for this would probably be because I think SG, that especially given the fact currently I do believe that he still has a. However, apologize. That isn't to say that Luka did it by himself. I just want to add hope this is backed up by Kyrie, the best point guard, playmaker. You get what I'm trying. Kyrie is it's just different. At this particular on this particular chair that just that's it. Now, ultimately, now the challenge now is, and I know we started this video playfully, but the challenge now is Luke capitalize on his ability to have these particular of the day. We know Luka can we know Luke can actually go out there and ball wins. Is it going to matter when all's done? Get them past the second round. Things of that nature. Make a WC with this team. Because at the end of the day, I will say that Luka is doing exactly what we he's having a very prime James Harden. I've always said anyone on the Windy City Breeze can tell. Luka had done less, allowed his teammates to do more. I do believe he'd have, I do believe he'd have. I didn't say win. I said appearance. In my opinion, Luka, sometimes LeBron, definitely James Harden. So he did too much for them. Dominated too many different. That just takes. Now you can't do that. Kyrie Irving doing has Brian. Kyrie's gonna get hit. Kyrie knows how to create, but that's not typical. Even though these are the best players, don't get it twisted. The last man on the bench on the Mavericks, irregular. It's not even funny. However, there is still levels. Sometimes most out of. I think those who really watch the game, or at least have played on any level, played for a consistent amount of time. What I'm saying, you take on the burden of doing it all, you will be stuck doing it. This is what it is, and that is the trap that you fall into. And I say this cautiously, but I do actually believe it. I do believe he's had enough talent further and have a better career, had a better success. I do believe that. I don't believe that the same Jalen Brown traded away is not the guy for them. better, but heck of a run himself. And considering the role that they both fill on this, I could that the Jalen Brunson in every team than what they have. I don't think they get. It's almost as if they're the same. Now Kyrie can't close out games. Jalen Brunson is doing exactly what it is. So maybe they moved on, but nothing drastically. I've always felt that it was playoffs. That's the thing. Luka has to his game, or at least just his game. The way he more out of every has to check for this team. If that does not, all we're gonna have nice stories. One or two things hurt, and he realizes, which I don't wish on any player. But you tend to see that happen with some players who you do too much. Something happens drastic, like suddenly now it's or react. Something is going to happen, force him to now drastic. Don't want to put those things out there. I do believe that there's one pivotal move that you can make that will totally really speed up this process and avoid any force to change it. I've held out for coaching on it. I don't think blessed with a coach that has the ability for players coach absolutely all in his playmaker. I don't know this team better coach. I would say right now I don't believe they're doing. I believe if they make it, I'm not going to be surprised. You have the help get you over the hump. I'm a Kyrie Irving. I do believe Kyrie he wants to just playing and not as far as you want. I do believe that. There's other times. That's coaching him. Coaching is difference so many ways. So many ways. Hope that we get the best of sooner than later. Love for him to I would love the pace that he is on. Pace that he's top 10 scoring all time. Realistically, I think realistically, national perspective, definitely be one if he's not to make it definitive. He could be the best map with better coach, someone that can him pick his. But that's my thought. I want to hear your whether it's love, whether say put it in the chat, especially if you're a Luka fan, Havoc fan, your Suns fan. Apologize. At this point, Jesus is